family, financial therapy to prosperity family. I have a guest on. We attempted to do this on Instagram and YouTube, but it did not work. So we just have to make a readjustment. We're gonna figure this out though. Don't worry, we're gonna figure it out. Um,
Absolutely.
anyway, I have the beautiful, amazing Niemah, aka Mompreneur. I wish I had one of those horns to go blah blah blah. She is in the building live with us on Tuesdays with Tamoa. And we are going to be talking about self care. She's going to be talking about her brand, and basically what inspired her to do this, and all the things about her business. So I'm going to just go ahead and let you get into it.
Sure, sure. Thank you so much. Again, yes, my name is Naima. I am the owner of Mompreneur 4. And how I came up with that brand and Mompreneur 4, simply being a mom and an entrepreneur, right? And understanding like the hardships that you go through and the things that you face, knowing that there isn't a lot of support at times. You know, there may not be people that you have that you can actually talk to about this sort of thing. So what I do is I empower other moms, and you don't only have to be a mompreneur. You could be somebody with a 9 to 5 or someone who is still in school, all busy moms. You know, you might be the auntie acting as a mom or whatever, but I empower you and I help you go through this journey. So you're not going through this journey alone, right? And I help you find the beauty in the chaos of motherhood. And with that, we work on time management. We work on time blocking. You know, I'll take whatever your situation is and we're going to make it work for you. So that is what I do. And one day I just felt like that this is it. Like I had enough. Like, where is the tribe for us? Where's our people? Where's the support? You hear everyone else talking, and you have entrepreneurs and you have all these other people. Where are the mompreneurs, right? Where is that community
Hmm.
that you need so badly at times to just help you get through this process? So yeah, that's how Mompreneur 4 was created. And also, what I do have and what I'm going to do starting January 1st, but I want everybody to prepare for it now, is a 30-day self-care challenge, right? Because self-care is so important and it doesn't always look the same for everybody. You know, self-care for me, it doesn't mean that I get a whole day where I'm going to the spa. Self-care simply means that I take time. So for me, that may look like me hiding out in my car
Mm.
for 10, 15 minutes, right? And while I'm in my car, I have my journals. I can work on, my business things or whatever that may be, or I may just want to drink my coffee. So, yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I love it because the chaos, right? The chaos is real. It's like making sense out of the chaos. And I wish, especially when my kids were younger, that I had like a community of moms. I mean, you may have, family members or friends and things, but I feel like, as mothers, when we're in the thick of it, like we usually
Hmm.
don't reach out because I think it's this thing that we're just supposed to just be strong. We're just supposed to like not ask questions, and we're supposed to just figure it out. And it makes you feel alone in the situation. And this, to me, I think this goes beyond building a business. Of course, mompreneur, that's of course you building a business, being a mom, being a partner, like doing all of these things. But I just think if there is a community for mothers to go to, it will just help their mental health, right? Their mental wellness altogether. Um,
Hmm.
so tell me about the challenge. Like what inspired you to like really do this challenge?
You know what? There sometimes it seems like it's not enough hours in a day, right? And as a mom, you just go and you go and you go until you can't anymore. So for me, I was like, you know what? For 30 days, I'm going to do something for me. And then I came up with, okay, self-care because it's so important. And that's one of the things that we lack, is one of the things that we are not always doing. We don't always take care of ourselves.
Yep.
And that's where it came from. It was like for 30 days, every day for 30 days, I will do something for me. Whatever it may look like, whatever that form of self-care may be, that's what I'm doing. If I want to take a walk in the park, if I want to go work out, if I want to journal, but every day for 30 days because I feel like if I can do this, what will the next 60 days look like?
Mm,
Right? What will the next 90 days look like? And I know it may be hard. Like that first week will probably be a little tough because you have to get people
mm,
and everybody in place. But once you get past the first week, you'll thank yourself for it.
mm,
You'll be thanking yourself because now you have something to look forward to. And then also, sometimes we don't have much to look
mm.
forward to, right? Outside of, being moms and working on a business. Every day for 30 days, I have something to look forward to now. There is something that I am doing for me. I might go buy a candle. That could be a part of my 30 days.
Mhm.
Because self-care isn't it doesn't have to be a weekend. It isn't always hours. It could be 10 minutes of meditation. So yeah.
Yeah. I think that's great because we talked about this before. It's like waiting to do these long things, go on a trip or a vacation or even make an appointment to get a massage or whatever. Like we can't wait on those things. And it's so funny, you in the car, like the other day, to me, it was like it was real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I remember
Yeah.
those days of just look, the days ain't gone too far, even though mine are teenagers. It's still those days like getting in the car, like I said, just sitting in the parking lot. Because you need that mental wellness, you need that time to yourself, and you have to make it.
Mhm.
And then the other thing I liked about what you said is everybody like being on board at some point with what you say, so that the power of no and setting boundaries is
Right.
so important, and not feeling like guilt or shame around setting
Mhm.
boundaries when it comes to yourself and your wellness and your health and doing all the things you need to do for your business. Like you have to set boundaries and not feel guilty about it. Yes, of course,
Yeah.
your children need you, your family needs you, but you need you more. And the fact of the matter is, if you're not setting up these things for yourself, like you said, you can't go further anyway because you burn out, you tap out. And then you don't, you usually don't have somebody that you can hit and say tag because they can't do
Mhm.
the things that you need to do for you.
And you know what? And the thing with that is having, setting the boundaries, having boundaries, and learning the power of no. I'm sorry, I'm fighting with a flower anyway. It's trying to take over my life. But the power of no is so important. And it does a whole lot, for self care. Like you said, the other day I had to hide out in the car, right? But when I came in, it was so much that needed to be done. And it was as simple as no, not right now. I can't. And we have to learn the power of no. And it's not because
Repeat what you just said, Naima, that last part, because you froze up a little bit. Uh-oh, okay, go ahead, talk again. Yeah, you're good now. Hmm.
power of no and just how important it is. And, like when I hit out in the car and I came back in and it's so much that people may want or they need and you say no, it's not because you don't want to be a mom or a partner. It's simply you have to take care of yourself emotionally. Like your emotional well-being is important too. And just having those boundaries, and a lot of times it looks like to other people, oh, you're changing. Who do you think you are? You think you're better than somebody, and it's not that at all. I am simply taking care of me. And if I am uncomfortable or it does not work out with my schedule, then I'll say no. If I get invited somewhere, you know how long it takes to get 4 kids together? And I say no, then it's simply no. I
Hmm.
have to prepare the night before. So it's a whole lot in understanding why you have those boundaries in place, but all of that goes together when you look at self-care, because when you're not saying no, you're running around like a crazy person. You're running around, you're doing everything for everybody, so there's no boundaries. But when you learn the power of no, now you get to take care of yourself. No, I cannot do this at this time because that's my time. That's my 15 minutes where I get to meditate. It's my 15 minutes where I get to work on my business. You know, it's my hour and a half where I get to go run out and do something for me, not for the household. But when you are not saying no, it feels like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders
Mm,
and it becomes a lot.
mm. You know, when you were saying that, I was just thinking about how do we as women really get out of not understanding the importance of setting this time for yourself just without having, like I said, the guilt, because it's so real. Like, it's so real. Like, why do we feel like we have to serve everyone to the point where
Hmm.
we're just exhausted?
Yeah.
And really release, the guilt. And I think about, of course, I always go back to like our mindset growing up and the things that we watch, because maybe, that's not all women's, realities or mindset. It's just, for me, it's most of the women that I've seen, most of the
Hmm.
women in my family that I know. I haven't really seen women that really truly intentionally take this time for themselves. And not saying that people don't need you, but really being intentional on what you're doing. It's like we always tap out and we burn out, and then the ship is going down with us, right? Because even
Yeah.
though like we get sick or things happen and everybody's still pulling on us. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, but
You
we
yeah.
need you and you don't have nothing to give.
You can't get sick. You're not allowed to get sick.
No.
Not ever, because being sick it's like it's a normal day. It's still a normal day, but you said something, burnout, because burnout is real.
Yes.
And even when you go through burnout, there's so you're still expected to put that cape on.
Yep.
And this is why, everything that I say, it goes back to self-care, because when you are taking care of yourself, you may not reach burnout as fast, or now you have strategies where you do not reach burnout. And that is the purpose. Like, okay, you know what? By Wednesday, this is how I normally feel. But by implementing, time blocking, time management,
Yes.
now by Wednesday, I'm fine. It's a regular Wednesday, So there's, for me, when you think about, like you said, a lot, mom guilt, right? You think about when you saw your mom, and you saw your grandmom, and you saw your aunties, and everybody is doing everything for everyone,
Mhm.
and you can see that they're tired, but they're smiling.
Yep.
It's
They still
okay.
smiling like
It's okay.
everything's okay.
I can do this. I
Yeah.
cannot. I cannot. I need help.
Yeah.
Okay? That's when you have to lean on, your support in your
Yeah.
village, because just because they did it, it does not mean that it was okay.
Mm-mm.
It
Oh,
doesn't make it
that's so
okay.
good. That's so good. Just
And a
because they
lot of
did
time,
it.
yeah, it
Yeah.
doesn't
Oh,
mean it was okay, because when you think about it, forgive anyone.
mm-hmm.
And although they loved you, a lot of times you'd be like, Dad, what's wrong? What's wrong? She just, I just want to lay down, baby. I just need to lay down. I'm okay, because they reached burnout probably by
Yep.
Tuesday. But because of this role, oh, I know I have to keep going. I will not.
Yep.
I am going to stop. I'm going to reach out and I'm going to take care of me.
Mm-hmm.
No, absolutely not.
Yep.
Because it's not okay. And for them, think about it. What did they really do when it came to self-care?
Nothing. Nothing.
Took care of the house.
That's it.
Took care of the house
Yep.
from sun up to sundown.
All
Took
day.
care of. I will leave this house.
Yeah.
I will leave out.
Naima's
Not
like,
happening.
look, 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 look. I will walk out the door before I have to be like that.
Absolutely.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
No. Not a chance. Because
Mm-hmm.
what happens, and I'm not gonna, we're not gonna go too far into this, but when you don't get a break, when you reach burnout, when you are just simply tired, and you're in the house and you're not alone and you're not a single mom, that leads to resentment.
Yes. No, that's a good segue. No,
And
that's
it does.
good.
It does, because you're looking at it like, well, I gotta cook, I have to wash clothes, I have to take care of kids, I have to doctors, school. Already as a mom, and it's not that dads aren't active,
Mhm.
naturally kids are gonna lean on us.
Yes.
They're
Yep.
gonna lean on us, but it does not mean we're not tired. So now I'm looking at you and I'm just like, well, I don't really like you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I don't
But
I
if
don't
you
see
say
you looking like me. Like, do
right.
you feel
Why
like
you
I do? Because I don't think we matching the exhaustion. Right?
why you so refreshed? Talking about good
Yeah.
morning. Good morning. Is it morning? Is morning? Good morning. So
Yeah.
for me, it goes back to something else you said. The power of no and
Mhm.
boundaries. That all ties in with it. If you have those hard conversations, if you say, you know what, no, I can't take them today. I need you to take them. I have things to do, or simply I'm tired.
Yeah.
You won't feel that tug of resentment because it starts off really small. And now you walking past and you rolling your eyes
Mhm. No,
at
but
that foolishness, but
yeah, but add on, all those duties you add on finances, because most of the women that I know, again, right, are the ones that are handling the finances. So tack that on,
yep,
and tack the guilt on from that, because again, we're just doing, we want everything to be okay. We want to look like
yeah,
we are managing, leading, controlling everything right. So then add on the finances and the guilt with that, and not sharing that responsibility, or not really sharing what's going on because you don't want your
mm-hmm,
partner to get stressed, and just all of these things. That right there is enough. I always talk about that. That definitely causes the silent treatment, slamming the doors, all kinds of things that nobody is talking about. And
yeah,
it builds another level of just stress when you can't talk about that, because I really feel like if you can talk about your finances with your partner, you can talk about anything, because that's almost like the taboo thing. It
yeah,
stresses
yeah.
everybody out.
So much so, and it does. And you know what? I'm glad you brought it up because here's the thing: everything that you already have going on, and now you are a keeper of all the bills and everything. So when you're a mom, all day you are thinking about what needs to be done. Now add finances, add due dates. Oh, this is due. Oh, how much did I pay? Okay, when is the it becomes so much.
Yep.
It becomes too much almost, and a lot of people they may look at it and think like, oh no, it's not a big deal, but it is. That's one more thing. That's one more thing. People always say, oh, it's just one more thing. That one more thing can break you.
Mhm.
And finances, a lot of people can't sit down and talk about finances,
No.
or they don't talk about finances, or it's, oh, my money is my money, his money is his money, or his money is my money, and my money. No, you have to have that hard conversation because if you do not, it's like a ripple effect.
Mhm.
Everything else, now everything is a problem.
Yeah.
So for me, that's one of the things where I can say, hey, you know what? And we actually had this conversation too. It's funny you mentioned it, where we sat down and we set the calendars on our phone for when certain things are due. So now it's not on one person,
That's right.
it's on two people. And
Exactly.
it was like, you know what? Because it was a lot.
Yeah.
And I want, you got the S on your chest, you have your cape on. And I didn't want to sound like I was complaining,
Mhm.
but it was just that one more thing. And it's like, oh, I got an alert for a bill. And I'm like, I thought I paid that bill. I didn't pay that bill. And then we had that conversation. It was like, you know what? Let me, let's sit down. And let's just put it in our calendar so that way I can remind you, or I'll take this. This is what you take.
Mhm.
And it makes it a little easier. But what is your experience when it comes to like self care, or people and finances? Not even self care,
Yeah.
but the finance aspect of it.
Yeah. The actually, as you were talking, I was thinking, for me, that's part of
That's my
self-care.
that's if you hear, that's my kids. So
Yeah.
just letting
You good. This is real life. This is real life
it,
one
it,
on one.
absolute listen, and this is what it looks like.
Yeah.
It is not
No, you're
quiet and
good.
silent. Yeah. They
Exactly.
just it's the he said it's the best
Um,
day ever.
yeah, that's good. Look, you there and it's Christmas Eve. So look,
Mhm.
it is what it is. But self-care is um for me is about the finances.
Mhm.
And when I was married, towards the end, I started understanding this, but had I understood it, it would have been a whole lot better. So, like with
Mm.
my financial love covenant, and I talk about sitting down, like exactly what you did, setting a meeting, and figuring out a way that works for you and your family. Because, it's okay that one person is better with money in terms of budgeting and spending and savings and things like that, but the other person should know what's going on. You know what I mean? Like this should be an agreement, um and not one person. It's great that your partner can trust you to do all the things, but that's not fair because you're not trusting them to be able to explain to them what's going on. I love that you guys have that
Mm.
shared calendar, because even if you're the one that's making the payments or however, it's the he's still seeing what's happening. And
Yeah.
that's really,
Yeah.
really important. And I think so many people, it just stresses them out, and it goes back to the way that we grew up. But it's like, how can we work every day, pay bills every day? We want
Mhm.
more. Most people want more for themselves and understanding savings and all this, but we don't want to talk about it. Like, if you just think
Mhm.
it is the top four reasons why people in their relationships. Like, it's like we got to
Yeah.
start looking at this thing and stop ignoring it. And then
Yeah.
you may have a partner that's spending a whole bunch of money, and then you're upset, you're not talking about it. Like nothing is laid. The foundation is not laid. And I, for one, think that people should start talking about this way at the beginning when they're dating. So if they know they're going towards like being
Yeah.
serious, like, look, do you have some money? Like,
Right.
no, seriously,
Right.
do you have money saved? Like, what are your goals? Like, do you know about investments? Are you wanting to be have a business? Like, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Even
You
with
know.
kids. Even with kids, like people don't even want to really, sometimes people, like one person will say, yeah, I want kids, and the other person will say, yeah, I do too, but they don't really talk about it. It's so
Yeah. Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. You know what though? I you said something, and it's very important to have that conversation. Here's the issue. Most people don't want to sit down and have that they don't want to have any hard
No,
conversations.
nope.
But if we can communicate, and a lot of times people look at it like, oh man, it's another thing to do. But no, it's communication.
Yes.
If we can communicate, how much easier do you think life will be for the both of us?
Beautiful. Beautiful, because you've unpacked so much stuff and you don't have it all held in.
Yeah, yeah, because finances, if you have one person who they're on a budget or they constantly budget, and then you have someone else who's always spending, and we can't find no balance, we can't meet
Yeah.
on common ground, it's going to be a disaster.
Yep.
Simply, it's going to be a disaster. So now add that on to everything else that's going on. When do you have time for self-care?
Mm,
When do you have time for yourself at all
yeah.
to do anything? Because now we worry about everything. And it's not even a worry, it's something, it's so natural and normal for us.
Yep.
It's there all day long. I know what I have to do by the hour. Or at this time, this is what I need to do. Or now I have to worry about how much you're spending.
Yeah. It's the real
But
thing. I want you to talk about kind of what you have in terms of like your services that you provide, with your brand.
yeah, so as of right now, what I am doing with the 30-day challenge, if you sign up for that every day for 30 days, you will be directed on what you need to do. And then also, I have products. I do have a ebook. I have two. One is a gratitude planner, and it's amazing, and it's simply what it is, gratitude. Every day you get to write something down. It helps you become a better you.
Mm.
The other ebook I have is the Busy Mom Success Formula. It's amazing for busy moms. Why? Because now it is showing you everything that we talked about, different strategies, the power of no, setting boundaries, leaning on that community. If you don't have one, how to find one. And right now, that is what I offer. And for anything else, like for one on ones and things like that, you'll just send me an email at info@mompreneur4.com, and then we can go from there.
Okay. And I'm gonna once we get everything up and running
Okay.
from the live and posted, I'm gonna drop all your information in the description so people can get directly in contact with
Okay,
you.
just give me one moment. Okay. Okay. I appreciate that. Give me 1 minute, okay? I'll come see what's going on.
Aw.
Okay.
But I love
Yes.
it. I love, we talk about this all the time. I love this because this is real life, right? And
Yeah.
I love it because while you're in a place further along on your journey in terms of the mindset that you have to do this, you're still living it in real time and creating this blueprint for other moms about, what you need to do for yourself, how you need to build your business, how you need to navigate your family, your kids, the boundaries that need to be set, and then also giving them some tools to do it at the same time. And I just think it's phenomenal. Yes. Mm.
It's simply okay. Sit down. This is what we need to do. Like, my kids know what I'm doing because I told them, and they like, yeah, whatever. Christmas Eve. Let me come tell you what's going on because I need you to get up and I need you to fix it.
Right.
For some people who may be starting out, for them, it would be, oh my God, I can't believe they came here. I'm so upset. And it's just like, incorporate your children. Sometimes you engage them
Yeah.
because they're not going anywhere. So
Mm-mm.
I took a minute. Let me see. Let me acknowledge that I hear her. I don't know what happened. I'm not in here. I'll take care of it. And then it's like, she's like, okay, she hears me. She sees me. She'll go away. That's what it looks like a lot of times where people it's just like, oh no, get away. Don't come back here. How dare you? Now kids, they're loud, they're throwing things because
Yeah.
I need mom. See me, hug me, hear me.
Yeah.
But if you acknowledge them, hey, come here, what you need? All right, not a problem. Mommy's busy. Give me a few minutes. Now she's gone. She'll probably come back,
I love it. But no, but you gave her that
but she's
attention
gone.
in real time. And it's still
Yeah.
saying, while I'm working on my business, while I'm still setting boundaries, I still have to have time, right? A part of this because
Mm-hmm.
that that's a hack right there. Not telling her, oh, go away. Mommy's doing something, blah, 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 because you're going to get a different, a different, effect when she comes back, you know what I mean? Or she doesn't come back, she good, but you paid her attention in real time. So I love that. Yeah. Yeah. And I think that that leads to the mindset of not being getting frustrated, because I know we set all these
Mm-hmm.
goals and these things for ourselves and we want to do, and then something happens where it doesn't just go our way, and then we get frustrated a lot of times. It's not about like somebody's fault, it's not the kid's fault, it's just life. You know what I mean? And it's like, sometimes you just got to be like, let it go a little bit and it'd be okay and you'll get back on your path. But that's a part of the journey. It really, really is.
It is. It is. You know what I said to someone one day? I said, I can't stop being a mom to work on my business. And I cannot stop working on my business to be a mom.
Mm,
I simply have to find the balance. And that's it. And that's what I do. When I'm really busy, sometimes they'll come sit right next to me.
yeah.
And if I have class or I'm on a call, I'll say, go get your book, draw me a picture. Or there's a thing with them where I'll say, do you want to earn some mommy coins? And they know, oh, that means money.
Mm.
If you want these mommy coins, this is what I need you to do. Now, it will only buy you maybe 10, 15 minutes, but sometimes
That's all
that's
you
all you
need.
need.
Yeah. And you're
But you
serving big
cannot,
purposes. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but you can't stop being a mom. You simply cannot. And some people, they'll say, well, you can't effectively run a business being a mom. Yeah, I'm doing it right now. Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. You absolutely can. Because here's another reason why, I feel like this is for moms and why I am so passionate. Like, I know what my mission is because they count you out when you become a mom.
Mm.
They count you
Mm.
out. Oh no, you're just a mom. You got time. A few more years. Do you know? No, absolutely not. I don't like a few. We don't even know what the state of the world will be 5 years from now. And
No.
you're telling me, oh yeah, just sit back. So I lost 5 years if
Yeah.
I listen to you. And now I am not setting my kids up. Like I
Yeah.
need to set up for their future. How
Yes.
can I create generational wealth? And we're talking about money and self
Mm.
care. If you're telling me, oh, you're just a mom and everybody's counting you out.
But you
No,
have to wait.
absolutely
You
not.
have to wait to do everything, right? You got to
You
wait.
have to wait.
Right. No.
Yeah, don't do it. It's not time. Oh, don't worry about it. It'll be no, just be a mom. No, I am not just a mom. We
Mm.
are not just moms. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm
Yeah.
an investor. I am not just a mom. Okay, I'm amazing. Yes. But oh, you're just a mom. How many mothers do we have out there? They hear that all the time. All the time. They have no support. They have no tribe. They have no community. They're alone. Not anymore. You have me.
Mm.
You
Mm.
have me. You
Mm.
got this. I got this. And we got this together. That's
Yes.
it.
That was so powerful. You know what was even more powerful when you also talked about them sitting right there. Because when you talk about generational wealth and building that and them not seeing you have to wait, or somebody
Mm-hmm.
telling you have to wait a certain amount of time before you can do the things that you need to do for yourself, and they're seeing you do that in real time, and that lets them know that I can do anything. I watched my mom build this business, raise us, do all the things, set boundaries, and you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean, and that is even more powerful because they're watching you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
But
what?
they're understanding the importance. And even when we think about setting boundaries and doing the things that we need to do for ourselves, that's setting them up with setting boundaries with people as well, and their
Mm-hmm.
relationships and growing older in their household and the things that they need to do for themselves because they're going to mimic what they see.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? I really think it's important for them to see that a lot. Here's the thing with children. They're tiny humans with feelings. They
Mm.
have feelings. They
Yeah.
see, they hear what's going on. So for my kids, and there's times where, because I'm not going to get up here and say, oh, I just go through my days and they're good. No, I cry.
Yeah.
I, s-
Oh, please.
listen,
Yeah, me
I
too.
cried through this
Yeah.
journey.
Yeah.
There's
Say that last part again, Naima. You broke up again.
okay. Yeah, and I saw you. I was like, wait, why she not moving no more? But I was saying, they have to know that this is a part of a journey.
Yeah.
Right? This is your journey. And this is what mommy's journey look like right now. I am crying, but I will get through this. And it is absolutely okay to cry. And I wipe my face and I keep going.
Yeah.
But at no point will I ever say to them, oh, you can't cry. No, I need you to see all of this because one day I won't be here. One day you'll be on your own. I'm not raising my children to be with me forever.
Mm.
They'll have families.
Yeah.
They'll have partners. I want them to know, like, okay, this is what I need to do for my kids. I need to create generational wealth. So, you know what? I remember mom, and she said, you have to talk about finances. What's your credit score?
Mm.
How much money do you have saved? Do you have a 401k? Do you
Mm.
believe in any of that? Like, okay, let's say, hypothetically, something were to happen right now. Would you be okay for the next year, 6 months to a year? That's what I want them to do
Mm. Mm.
right there.
Yeah.
because
And
it's
these are
important.
questions. Yeah, these are questions people don't we don't ask each other. It's just the surface stuff. It's not the real stuff, and then you
Mm-mm.
end up getting into these relationships with people and things get tough. And people get ghost, whether that's physically ghost or they mentally just check out. You
Yeah,
know what I
and
mean?
yeah, you know what? But imagine everything you just said. Now on top of it, you have to deal with all of it by yourself because they
Yep.
checked out.
Yep.
They checked out. So you have absolutely no time for self. You have to manage the household. You have to manage the children. You have to manage all of the things that happen outside of the household simply because you didn't have a conversation,
Mm.
because you didn't communicate and you didn't talk about the importance of what are you doing with your money? And okay, what does it look like to you when I'm not feeling good or I'm overwhelmed? What will you do when that happens?
Mm.
These are the things that we need to talk about.
Yeah, and it's a fact, and it happens all the time, and that's why I said
Hmm.
that usually the expectation, because the fact of the matter is people do put expectations on us, especially as mothers. The expectation is that we just keep going through it, and I just like you said, I've made a choice. I can't do that any longer.
Yeah.
I have to say what it is. I have to be honest because if something happens to me and I am in that burnout mode, then what happens? Everything goes down, and it's not work, including me. And I that's just not that's just not something I'm willing to do.
Yeah.
So
See, yeah, nothing gets done. Nothing. When you reach burnout, nothing is getting done. Nothing. Now, are you still here physically? Yes. Emotionally, mentally, you checked out.
yeah.
You checked out. So you're not even responding to anyone in the household normally.
Hmm.
You're just going through the motions. No one should have to feel that way.
No.
And the whole label of, oh, you're a mom. So what? I am a woman. I am a woman first. I am a person. I have feelings. I get tired. I don't, it's heavy. I don't want it anymore. It's heavy.
Mm.
I love no. No is final. No is fine.
I said, no, it's final. I know
No,
that's
it's fine. I told someone no one day and they was like, well, why? I said, no, it's final.
right.
It's final. Like, what you mean? Exactly what I said. No, it's final. That's it. You don't get past no.
Yeah.
You don't get past
Yep.
no because we don't say no.
Yep.
Now burn out. You burnt
Yeah.
out all over
Yep.
again.
Because I know plenty of times I didn't draw that boundary and I went back on it and they knew your kids, they know everybody know when you don't have that real hard no and they can
Mm-hmm.
just sneak right in and then before you know it you're back in that zone and you're like, how did I get here? How did I get here? Why didn't I just say no from the beginning? They would have been fine. It's me that has the problem.
Mm-hmm.
I am the one that needs to create this world, this family, be a leader in here and do what I have to do. And I'm not holding my end of the bargain with me. And so yeah, all of this is extremely important, Naima, because these are conversations that people don't talk about. But the bottom line is this is what happens in our daily life. And we can't just
It
skip
does.
over it. Like people are suffering only because they're not able to discuss these things. They're not able to understand that they're not in it alone, that everyone is going through this. And so your platform and what you're doing is just it is so needed. Like it is so
Thank you.
needed. And so thank you so much um for, I always say being obedient to God because I feel like our gifts and the things we created comes from source. And so I'm just like, thank you for listening because it's so powerful.
Thank you for having me. I truly appreciate it. And for anyone out there, all of the moms, you can, and then y'all will put all my socials up. All of my socials are mompreneur4, but I want you to just hear when I say you're not in this by yourself. You're not in this by yourself, and you absolutely got this. And you do not have to let anyone put you in a box and tell you you are simply a mom. You are not. Come find me. I got you, girl. Okay. I got you. We gonna figure this out. I'm gonna get you up out of that box. Thank
Yes,
you so much. I truly appreciate you
you're
having me
welcome.
on. This was amazing.
Yeah. And just as a reminder, the self-care challenge is starting when?
January 1st. So I
January
would like for
1st.
people to, yeah. So you want to start preparing now. But the self care challenge, it starts January 1st. Also, you'll put the socials up. You can get
Yes.
30-day self care. Yeah. And
Perfect.
January 1st. It's gonna
All
be
right.
amazing. It's gonna
It
be
is.
amazing.
I'm excited because I'm doing this challenge. And the thing that I am challenging myself with is this is not just, of course, a 30-day. Like I do have practices, but I want to go another level with this. And
Yeah.
so I feel like doing it is going to get me more intentional to where I need to be. And it's just going to be a practice period. So thank you so much.
Thank
YouTube
you.
family, I love you. I hope that everyone has a wonderful, wonderful holiday. And remember, you are your greatest value. You are your greatest asset. Take care. Bye, Naima.
See ya.